All right, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Raquah, Wadash. Double honor to the elders, the apostle, great millstone. Salutation to the brothers pushing this truth in the four corners of the earth. And I want to get right into the title, Never Envy a Sinner. All right. Because we know that a sinner prosper better than a righteous. And that's something we shouldn't have jealousy for. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, because the end of that journey is destruction. You know, I know when living a righteous lifestyle, you seem to be looked at as lame. You don't get the respect you want. You don't get the things you want when you want them. You know, if your Yahweh Shah felt that you should have those things, he would give it to you down the line at the right time. But we live in a society that the wicked prosper better than the righteous. You know, fancy cars, the women, the fast money, the lavish lifestyle. You know, they either selling drugs, stealing, robbing, killing, you know, the pursuit of happiness, and that's pleasing the flesh. You know, and the scriptures say that only the spirit prosper, not the flesh. This flesh is weak. You know, you go out and you destroy your community for pleasure. You know, and I'm going to get into a precept. This is Psalms chapter 73, verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. And that happens a lot, you know. And I've come to thought sometimes. I come to think sometimes, you know, damn, man, I'm living paycheck to check. I'm doing the right thing. You know, I'm not trying to go out there and, you know, destroy my community or my people, or end up in jail or hell for happiness, you know. Because everybody who was doing wickedness was always doing better than me. It seemed like it, you know. It was either selling drugs, you know, stealing things to sell them, you know, accumulating wealth faster than I was. And I was on a plantation working from check to check. You know, I always thought it was unfair, but at the same time, I knew I was being righteous. You know, I know that's how Yahweh Shah got it set up. We deserve to be in this predicament anyway because of our forefathers and our past life. You know, the scripture tells us we ought to make payments on the plantation. You know, let me get into another precept. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, verse 10. Chapter 9, verse 10. Yeah. Second Esdras, chapter 9, verse 10. Salak, I was in the wrong book. Yeah. For such as their life have received benefits and have not known me. And the scriptures say, woe to the unfearful. You don't fear the Lord if you receive benefits because you live in a sinful lifestyle to gain success. You're going to be destroyed for the lack of fear. You go out and destroy your people. You're not following the commandments. You're doing what you want to do for success, to be content. It's only temporary, you know. And the end of all that is terrible, you know. If you live right, the righteous will suffer the worst. Being good, man, it's a wreck. But it's all a part of the plan to get to the kingdom. You know, affliction is a good thing. If you got knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and truth, you would know that affliction is good. You know, he's dealing with you. Got to love affliction. You know, because the Lord deals with the balance. We learn that in His truth. Let me get into another precept. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 8, verse 11. Chapter 8, verse 11. Yeah. Envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou not known what shall be his end. See, a sinner for pleasure don't know the tragic end. You know, everything's good in the beginning, the middle, everything's going your way, the women, you know, whatever you want, anytime you want it. You know, the path is clear in the rocky road like the righteous. But you don't know the tragic end, you know. The bottom line is Yahweh Shai dealing with the wickedness. The scripture say love the good and hate the evil. You know. So he go rain down on you, you know. He go destroy you. And I'm gonna get into another precept. This is Psalm chapter 73, verse 17. And so I went into the sanctuary of God, then I understood their end. All right. When I decided to live a righteous lifestyle, and I observed all the friends I had and the people I was dealing with, and I sat back and saw those dudes, you know, either get killed or go to prison. It's always a terrible ending. I understand the ending of a sinner that's successful. That's why they're not worth envying. You know, it comes with a terrible ending. You know, I witnessed that. And I'm glad I decided to take the hard road, which is righteousness and affliction. You know, I seek hard and I found the Lord. I found His truth. And let me get into a precept about finding the truth that I was pleased with. That I love to read this in my videos. I always come across this precept. You know. Bear with me till I find this precept. This is, I think I know my heart. All right, select. And there we go. This is John chapter 1 verse 4. I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in this truth. You know, I like to read that every one of my videos. You know, we're better off in this truth. We're better off suffering and walking in righteousness than to give in to sin and be destroyed in the end, cast into the lake of fire. And I'm gonna get into a precept for that one. This is Psalm chapter 69, verse 28. Let them be blotted out of the book of the living and not be written in with the righteous. I mean, if you love the world and things that are of the world, and you're trying to pursue those things, you don't get the kingdom with the righteous. You know? And I do this because I want to see everybody make it. I don't want to see nobody get burned up, man. It's going to be a terrible thing to feel that fire. You know, I love my people, and I want to see all my people walk in their righteous ways. But 2/3, they think not. They're not against the odds, they're for them. You know, and I'm going to get into Revelation chapter 20, verse 15. Tell you what's going to happen to you by not giving a damn. All right, because this is Revelation chapter 20, verse 15. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. If you don't seek the Lord diligently, or try to seek after righteousness diligently, lake of fire is your gift in the end. You know. So I did this video for people to, you know, never envy a sinner. So like you stay on the right path, seek righteousness instead of a sinful lifestyle for success. You know, with that being said, I did this video and I hope that people are edified. You know, just like the mind, the truth is a terrible thing to waste. Shalom, Israel.